So I'm Joe, hi, I'm one of the co-founders for Spirit of Stonewall. So the brand officially launched in February 2020. And the brand kind of came about from myself rediscovering the history of the Stonewall riots. So I knew a little bit about the Stonewall riots previously and I've read a little bit about it, but to be honest, didn't really give it too much thought or consideration. And then I rediscovered, as I got a little bit older, rediscovered the story again and reread it, and just it really sung to me a little bit. And I just thought it was such an incredible story of a community and of people sticking up for what they believe in and that fight for acceptance, and how from that one night in the Stonewall Bar in New York, it just created this global exception of pride. And my family they create spirits. So I retold this story to Richard and Sarah and Tom, my partner, and I just said, wouldn't this be so incredible if we can just promote this story and keep recognising our predecessors for the freedoms that we have today in the UK. And obviously, so we started chatting about it a little bit more, and it wasn't enough just to launch a gin and tell the story. I wanted to also give a little bit back to a community as well, and as much as we can really. So we had a conversation with Stonewall UK, and it's a charity that I've always read about, and a charity that has always been quite close to me. And I know there's a lot of LGBTQ plus charities out there, and some people do say would you ever donate to others, and why not others? But Stonewall for me was just the one that I really connected with. So we contacted them, and then we said, look, we're going to launch this gin, and we really want you guys to be a part of it, and we want to give back to you. So what we did, we agreed that for every bottle, the lovely one, this is raspberry, we'll get to that later. For every bottle that we sold, we would give them £1 for every bottle. So we've been able to raise some really, really great money for them. Little did we know when we launched we were going to go into a global pandemic, so that was a little bit of a shock. But the support over the pandemic and the online sales and everything have just been absolutely fantastic, and we've been able to donate some really, really great money to the charity. So yeah, all in all, without going into a 45-minute video, that's how the brand started. So I just thought, we all just thought, say me, take all the credit, we all just thought it was such a clever name really, and such a good name for the brand, and it just says what it is. It's obviously, it's a spirit, that's what we do, we produce spirits, but also the spirit of Stonewall, the charity, the Stonewall riots, spirit of a community pulling together and fighting for what they believe in. So obviously, we're called Spirit of Stonewall, but our gin is called Stonewall Gin, but that's where that name came from really. We just thought it was a right name for us at this time to give to the brand. So we love it. So I've got a bit of a weird mindset about this, and about brands using and sticking on a rainbow flag when it comes to Pride Month. And my thought process is, on one side of my brain, I do agree with it on some level. I'm a bit it's really good that brands are coming together, and in the month of June, they're promoting the LGBT community, and they're giving us support and saying that they support us as a community, and that I agree on. The other half of my brain then goes to a different place, and I'm a bit well, hang on, if you're gonna stick a rainbow flag or something on a product, then why aren't you doing it for the other 11 months of the year? Why are we only seeing you in June? And to me, that doesn't sit quite right either. And a lot of brands that do just do it for the month don't give anything back either really. They don't really donate to a charity or anything, even if it's just a little bit for sales of that month. At least they're giving something back, and a lot of brands don't do that. They'll just do it to say that they support us, which is great, but support us for the other 11 months. Like, we're not gay, and we're not just proud for the month of June and then, you know, we just disappear for the rest of the 11 months of the year. So I'm a bit of a mixed bag on that one, to be honest with you. Like, when we launched Stonewall Gin, we support the community 365 days a year, as how I think and we think it should be. We shouldn't just be there for 1 month of the year to kind of go, hey, we support you, and then kind of disappear. So that doesn't sit quite right with me, but I do kind of appreciate what they're doing, in a sense that they're saying that they support us. But I just wish sometimes that they would just launch a product, or have a product that was there all the time, not just for the month of June. So a little bit of a mixed bag on that one. So no, I don't think there's enough advertising really for the community in everyday advertising, what you've asked. And to be honest, again, I know you said you think it's improved, you think it's worsened. It's one of them. I think it improves in a sense where now and again an advert and stuff will come out, and you know, it'll feature a gay couple, a lesbian couple, etc, etc, but then it'll die off, and that's kind of forgotten about it. So I don't think there's enough kind of out there full-time advertising to support community, and bringing it back to brands and stuff. Like, certain brands will bring out products like the same for the month of June, you know, and then disappear. So like I said, it's a bit of a weird mindset that I have with things like that. But it's great that they're doing it, and it's a great bit of advertising for the community and the support. But why is it not all the time? Why is it not 365 days a year? So I think with the advertising side of it, I think it comes and goes quite quickly, to be honest with you, and I think there's a lot more to be done. Again, with those, we've got some really, really exciting things coming up in the pipeline, which I can't really tell you or go into anything right now, but we do, and our advertising and our products will be there all year round, sat on the shelves, you know, in bars and stuff, supporting the community 365 days of the year, you know, and we're there to do that. So I do think there could be a lot more kind of advertising put out there, absolutely, yeah. God, so this is a question I could just talk about forever, so I'll try not to bore you, and it sounds like I'm bragging or boasting. But the LGBTQ plus community have given us so much support. It's been actually unreal. And it was, to be honest, it was quite unexpected. Obviously it was such a new brand, and a little brand really. We're just a family brand. You know, we've got no massive financial backing or anything like that. We're just kind of us, you know, trying to support community and getting a story out there and raising some money for a great charity. So when we launched, we didn't expect the amount of support that we've had. I know that you mentioned in your question with Cheryl Hall from RuPaul's Drag Race. So we had loads. We had like Cheryl, Duncan James, Russell Tovey, oh god, a few, David from Ibiza Weekender, Lloyd Daniels, Ronan Park, Catherine Teasdale. So these were all people who we just messaged on Instagram, and we're just like, hi, do you like the look of our products, would you help us promote? And none of them were ever paid or anything like that. They kind of came from a love of the brand and kind of what we stood for. So it's been absolutely, that has just been incredible for us on a social media sense, and to have their support has been fantastic. We then got a video message from Teresa Coyer, who works and was at the Stonewall riots in 1969, who works at Stonewall in New York. So we got a message from him from inside the bar, which was just like absolutely amazing for us. And then we even interviewed him actually on Instagram. We did an Instagram live with him, which was really, really good. And then we did one with Lloyd Daniels as well about his coming out story, and we were one of the only people he's ever, well maybe the only person actually, people he's ever spoke to about his coming out story, because I know quite recently he put on Twitter and Instagram that people, Sun newspaper, Metro, etc. were kind of saying things about him coming out, and he put something on Twitter saying, I've only ever spoke to Spirit of Stonewall about it. So things like that have just been absolutely incredible. The amount of messages that we get, people that have like painted the face, inspired by, and done the makeup inspired by the love heart symbol on the front of the bottle. It's just been incredible. We've managed to get it into quite a few LGBTQ venues on trade. So again, things like that. We had one venue that kind of did like a Pride inspired cocktail as well, like just everything like that, and it's just been amazing. And like I say, we've got a couple of things in the pipeline which I can't tell you. I'd love to. If I had a few more gins, then I maybe would, but I can't. So I'm not drinking. So it's just been absolutely amazing. And again, from yourself to kind of ask us just to pop on and answer a couple of questions and stuff for you to celebrate Pride Month is just a massive honour for us, and it's little things like that honestly just kind of make my day, to be honest. So thank you so much for asking me to be a part of it.